Zedlacher! Oh, Kelowna, listen, we've come here for years. The Snowed In Comedy Tour has been coming here for years. I've performed here many, many times over the years. Tonight's a little special. Tonight is my first time performing in Kelowna as a married man. Oh, I got married since I saw you last. Oh, listen to the cynics. Married guys, we live longer. Did you know that? Married guys live longer than our single counterparts. And I know there's cynics hearing that right now going like, yeah, longer. It just feels like it. Yeah, not true. Statistically, married guys live longer. I think I figured out why, right? It's good to have a voice of reason in the relationship, right? Left to our own devices, we can make dumb decisions, right, guys? I'll give you an example. So this past year in the United States, 3 American men lost their lives in fireworks accidents, specifically 3 different incidences, shooting fireworks off the top of their head. Shooting fireworks off the top of their head, okay? Tragic, very sad. I know nothing of these 3 men. I can guarantee you those 3 men, not married. They were not married guys. That's not... No married guy's gonna be like, hey, honey. Get the camera. No. We'll put this on TikTok, okay? No, I'm gonna shoot the fireworks, but like off the top of my head, right? What? I'll die? Oh, fuck, I'm not gonna do that then. You're right, that's stupid. Did you get some fireworks this year, Kelowna? Did you do that? You did? Oh, I'm glad. I know there's some fire regulations you gotta... I love fireworks, you know? I love a city fireworks. That's amazing, right? I grew up in a very small community. I'm from Wawa, Ontario, Canada, right? A very small town. You know, you ever seen a small town fireworks display? It's pretty impressive. You know, city, they'll spend like $1 million on the fireworks. You know, a small town, the town council will spend dozens of dollars on the fireworks. It's... You ever seen it? Everybody gathers around by the lake, waiting for the fireworks to go off, and then... Oh! Just the one this year, hey? Just the one. Wow. They advertised fireworks. There has to be 2, technically. City fireworks, they shoot off a whole bunch at the same time. That's the finale. You know the show's over when you see the finale. There's no finale at a small town fireworks display. You'd be there for hours. Are we done? Can we leave? We figured it out in my town a few years ago. The guy on the hill who's firing off the fireworks, right? When he runs out of fireworks, goes into his truck and he flashes his headlights. We're like, oh, there's the headlights. There it is. Let's go to the Legion, fellas. Do you guys get the guys shooting fireworks off after the fireworks? You know, the fireworks is all done like an hour later. It's like bringing a guitar to a rock concert. I can do this too, you know. So got married. The whole crew from Snowed In came down to the wedding. Got married in Las Vegas. Lots of fun. Oh my God. And then, yeah, so much fun. And then wife and I went off. We did a cruise for the honeymoon. We did a cruise. And then we visited Germany, Austria, and Italy. We visited all the bad guys of World War II. So I learned some German. For the honeymoon. It's such a poetic, beautiful language, guys. If you get on a cruise ship, what do people say to you? They say, hey, have a good cruise. Enjoy your cruise. Have a good cruise. That's what we say in English. There's a phrase in French that we like so much that we use it in English, right? Bon voyage. Hey, bon voyage. What a beautiful phrase. If you're German, it's Guten Kreuzfahrt. Jesus Christ. What is that, a hate crime? Why would you say that to me? Why? It's only a TV taping, that's fine. You can just crawl in here. How are the volunteers doing? Just standing completely in our logo. That's perfect. Just stand inside our logo. Find the most inconspicuous place to stand for the TV taping. Let's stand in front of the logo. Can we find them a chair? Can we find somebody a chair, guys? Can we find... Some German's fun. Some German language is fun. Like here we sneeze, right? What do we say? Bless you. God bless you, right? That's a nice little phrase. You know what they say in German? They say Gesundheit. That's right, Gesundheit. You know what that translates to? Health. They're weird people, hey? Try that next time your buddy sneezes. Health. Are you accusing me of something? Okay, some German's fun. I'm going to teach you some fun German, okay? Shoes that you wear on your feet, in German, Schuhe. Schuhe, okay? Gloves that you wear on your hands, Handschuhe, all right? Handschuhe. Put on your handshoes. Gloves with fingers, Fingerhandschuhe. Oh! But they don't put up with silly words. You know, like pajamas is a silly word we say in English, pajamas. Germans are like, what is this? Oh, you put on your pajamas and you go to bed. Oh, this is silly. No, this is called die Schlafanzug. Die Schlafanzug. Yeah. Sleep suit. That literally translates to sleep suit. Put on your sleep suit. Take off your Fingerhandschuhe. Health, health. So I did learn some German, and I was so proud of myself. I worked on it for a year and a half. We go on honeymoon, we go to Munich, and we find this beautiful restaurant. We sit down, and the waiter comes over, and I said this all in German to the German waiter. I said, hello. I said, we are from Canada, and we are on honeymoon, and we would like to look at the menus. I said this all in German, and I'll never forget what the German waiter said. He said, yeah, it's okay, we can speak English. No, I learned German. I can do this. Please, I am so busy right now. I don't have time for your German lessons. I'm very impressed with your German. Oh, wow, yeah. Someone downloaded Duolingo. Good for you. Wow. Sehr good. Wow. Schlafanzug. Tell me more. The staff were so nice. We had this beautiful dinner, and we're leaving the restaurant, and they waited for us at the exit. So as we're leaving, they said, congratulations, you guys. Have a wonderful honeymoon. Enjoy Munich. Enjoy Germany. And I wanted to say goodbye in German. Does anybody know the word for goodbye in German? Auf Wiedersehen. That's right. What comes out of my mouth? Au revoir. Grade 9 French snuck its way in there out of nowhere. German television is wildly entertaining and inappropriate. Let me tell you. So we're watching this show, and it's like a bachelor type show, like a dating show, right? So there's a bachelor, and there's a panel of women that are vying for a date with the bachelor, and they're being all flirty, like, yeah, you can take off my Schlafanzug, you know. And at the end of the episode, the host comes up to the bachelor and says, so you've met all the ladies. Who do you choose for your date? And the bachelor says, yes, after much consideration, I choose no one. And he leaves the date. So mean, hey? Just like American television, they have to pretend like, oh, the lovebirds, maybe they'll get married one day. You know, German television is like, yeah, is this how it works sometimes? Better luck next time, ladies. All right, yeah. Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir if you're... So we had a blast in Europe. For one thing, I love Europe because I'm a cigar smoker. I don't know if there's any cigar smokers here in Kelowna, but yeah, a few of us, you know. You can smoke everywhere in Europe. Oh my God, you know. The Surgeon General's warning doesn't translate to Italian, apparently. Just have at her, you know. So I'm walking around, I'm trying to find a cigar shop, and I see a shop with a sign that says tabac. And I'm like, well, that's most of the word that I'm looking for, right? So I go into the store, there's a guy, and behind him is a display. And the display has cigarettes and vape juice, You know what I mean? But no cigars. I don't see cigars. So I said to him, I said, excuse me, I'm looking for a cigar. And that's when I realized he doesn't speak English. I don't speak Italian. We have a language barrier. You ever try to describe cigar to somebody that doesn't speak your language? Like a cigar. Cigar, you know, like, well, it's tobacco, but cigar, not like cigarette. Cigarette, no cigarette. Cigarette, no. A cigar, like a big cigar, you know? Ooh, cigar, smoke, ooh, cigar, you know, cigar. And he's just not getting it. And I'm like, I don't know. He calls his buddy over. Oh, cigarro. Yeah, cigarro, I guess is the word you were looking for there, right? I gave you 94% of the word. How did you not? So I'm smoking this beautiful cigar. I'm on the cruise ship. And a guy comes up to me, right? An American guy comes up and says, hey, you're a cigar smoker. I said, yeah. He said, I just bought this cigar. Showed me a cigar. I just bought this, but I don't know how to smoke a cigar. How do you smoke a cigar? And I'm like, hey, have a seat, right? I love talking cigars, right? So he sits down. I'm describing how to smoke a cigar to this man. And I realize it sounds like I'm hitting on him, right? Well, cigar selection's very important. What you got there is a Connecticut. That's the tan one. I like a darker one. That's just my roll. That's how I roll. I like a big black one. I'm crazy for the big black ones, you know? So give me those big black ones any day, you know? So just pop that in your mouth. Just the tip. Just put the tip in your mouth. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Just get it wet. You can use your tongue. Yeah, put your tongue under there. There you go. Get it nice and wet. There you go. And then you're gonna punch it. Well, sometimes guys like it. I like it cut. That's just me. That's my preference. I like my big black ones cut. That's how I roll, you know? So just suck on that. Just suck on it. There you go. Suck on it. There you go. Oh, don't swallow. Don't you swallow. Don't you swallow. No, no, no. Just put it in the back of your throat, and then you can spit it out. Just... This guy won't stop emailing me now. Just... This is why I love Europe. You can smoke everywhere, right? Here, forget it. Oh my God, forget it. You know, pull a cigar out here. Excuse me, can I smoke a cigar here? Oh, sure, yeah, just step outside and go through the patio and out into the street, and then across the street, you're gonna see a parking garage. You're gonna go into the parking garage. When you see the dead raccoon, you're gonna make a right, and then you're gonna walk through until you see a dumpster fire, and you're gonna stand next to some homeless people, and that's where you can smoke your fucking cigar, sir. Am I a criminal or something? This is why I love Europe. Can I smoke a cigar here? Please, it would be my honor if you smoke. Outside of the restaurant, inside my restaurant, please, please. Go smoke in the kitchen. Go smoke in the kitchen. Look, the chef, he's smoking. Please, smoke with the chef, please. Smoke, smoke, blow the smoke. Blow the smoke into my baby's face. Please, please, please. Look at it, he love it, he love it. He love the smoke, he laughing, coughing a little bit, it's okay, he like it. He gotta grow up a big and tall, huh? Just like his papa, 4'6". Ah, yes, 4 foot. Tiny people over there, tiny Italians. Any Italians joining us tonight? I love the Italians. Loved your country, by the way. Loved Rome. We were there, and my wife said to me, she said, let's do a tour of the Vatican. Now, when I say the Vatican, you know what I mean, right? Where the Pope lives, you know, the big building, right? And I said, the Vatican? Yeah, for sure. Let's do that. You know, we don't go to church at home. Why not on vacation? Sure, let's do that. I said, how long is the Vatican tour? She said, 4 hours. It's like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is great. Like church back home's 1 hour. This is 4 times the fun. This is gonna be so much fun. Highly recommend it. Once in a lifetime, you gotta go into the Vatican. You know, it's amazing, you know. And you gotta get a tour guide. We had this amazing tour guide. She taught us everything about the Vatican. First of all, it's a country. That's amazing. They just built this building and said, yeah, it's a country. They got away with that, you know. The church gets away with stuff like that, you know. Like church bells. for example. No other business in the world can get away with that, Saturday night, church bells, Sunday morning, church bells, some random Tuesday night where there's a wedding, clang, clang, No other business is like, clang, 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 Canadian Tire, clang, 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 washer fluids on sale, clang, 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 clang. Shut down so quick. You know what I mean? But it's the church, so okay. So this tour guide, she spoke English and she spoke Italian, and she was explaining everything about the Vatican. She said, the Bible teach us, do not steal. Okay. Everything you go to see in the Vatican, stolen. All stolen, okay? All stolen. It's all stolen. That's stolen. That's stolen. That one from Greece, and they're mad. They're mad about it. Greece is all like, give it back. And we're like, no, we like it. We like that one. We're going to keep that one. The Pope, we like it. We got to keep it, So that's a stolen. That's a stolen. And that one from Egypt. Oh, they so mad. They so mad. You know what Egypt say? They said, we put a curse on it. And we're all like, oh no, not a curse. A curse? Oh no. We invent the devil. What you have? Please, come on. Come on. I like to feel the religious people get a little uncomfortable on that joke. A little bit of, it's okay. It's all in good fun. You should go to the Vatican. It's beautiful, so much to see, so much art. Oh my God, art, paintings, statues, lots of naked men statues, lots of paintings of naked men, statues of naked, for an organization that's against marriage equality, it's pretty fabulous in there. I'm just saying, a bit of a red flag, But I noticed the statues, the male statues, all have the penises are removed. So after a while, I noticed this over and over again, and I had to ask. I said to our tour guide, very delicately to our tour guide, I said, excuse me, I can't help but notice the male statues, they're... And she caught on right away. Yes. In the 16th century, the Pope, he no like the ding-dong, okay? No... So they take all of the ding-dong off of all of the statue. And I didn't know that. I was like, all of them? Really? All of them? Oh, yes, all of them. Now I'm full of questions, right? So, do you still have the ding-dongs? That's a question. That is a legitimate question. Do you know what the answer was? Yes. Oh, yes. You have them? Like what, in a box? Yes, in a box downstairs, yes. It's 100% true what I'm about to tell you. She goes on to explain that there's now an art historian at the Vatican, restoring the art of the Vatican, restoring it to its original, putting the penises back on the statues. That's a real job happening right now at the Vatican. Somebody is walking around the Vatican with a box full of dicks, just... You ever just catch yourself doing something and you're like, what am I doing with my life? What is... Somebody has a business card, Vatican dick sorter. That's their job. That's what they're doing professionally. It's good to be back. My God. Good to be back in Canada, by the way, as well. I did my God, thank you so much for this. I've missed you guys so much. I've been touring a lot in the United States this past year, and you can't even bring that up anymore without a little... tension in the room, right? Canada, US right now, 51st state, just suck a bag of Canadian dicks, Donald Trump. How about that? How about you suck a big bag of Canadian dick? A little Ryan Gosling for you. How about that? A little Bruno Gerussi for dessert. How about that? Someone should explain to Donald Trump, you don't want to mess with Canada, right? Canadians, we really have two moods. One is, oh, sorry, right? And the other mood is, you're going to be fucking sorry, bud. We're real fucking close to that second one right now, Donald. I don't want to get too political, you know. But Donald Trump has made Canada come together. How about that? How did... You know you fucked up when Quebec is like, I'm Canadian, fucking I am fucking Canadian, fucking yeah, I am Canadian, Canada, I am Canada. They're in Quebec City trying to learn the English words to "Oh Canada" now. Because usually Quebec's trying to separate, right? It's every couple of years they got to come up with that. That's it. We're leaving. We don't want to be part of Canada no more. We're gonna go do it, and then we go, what? No, nothing. Fucking. I came up with a solution to this Quebec problem. Now hear me out when I say this. Next time Quebec threatens to leave Canada, we let them, okay? We just have all the paperwork ready and they come up, that's it, we're leaving. There you go, there's the paperwork, just sign the bottom. You're the president of Quebec land, whatever you want to call it, I don't even care. Now I say this not because I want to see Quebec separate, but I've been to Montreal many times, Quebec many times. Quebecers love to party. Any excuse to have a celebration, they have a celebration, right? If they got their own country, they're gonna have the biggest celebration ever, right? Then, 6:30 the next morning, we invade, right? Boom. You don't get to make the rules anymore, right? We take it by surprise. All the Quebecers are waking up hungover, covered in poutine, fucking, oh, the English are here. Okay, take it back, take it back. They're French, they're good at surrendering, right? We know that. That's what. Oh, look it up. It happened. Okay, 2 political jokes, that's it. Just 2. So on this year's tour, I've been riffing a little bit on this Quebec thing. And we do a meet and greet after the show. Come and say hello to us after the show. We love to meet you guys after the show and talk about the show. And sure enough, I think it was in Kamloops. We were in Kamloops, and then this is what I hear in Kamloops at the meet and greet. I hear, ha ha ha, hey funny man, ha ha ha. Hey, funny man, ha ha ha. Huh? Coming in invade Quebec, hey, ha 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 ha, funny joke. What happens when we fight back? And I hadn't thought of that part of the joke. I hadn't. What would that be like? You know, the Canadian military comes across the border into Quebec, and they're met with a resistance from Cirque du Soleil. I don't know. What do they have? There's target practice for our army. That's fun. Okay. No more politics. We want to iron this out. We want to get back to being cousins again with our American cousins, you know? Like, I've enjoyed my time down in the States this past year. I got to tour around a lot and visit all these beautiful cities that I grew up watching on television, on Cops. Oh my God, it's so exciting to see it in real life, guys. Cops on Fox, that was the best show. That was the first reality show and the best reality show. Just a cameraman following cops around, whatever happens, happens, right? That's a reality show. Now they have fake reality shows, right? My wife loves the Real Housewives shows. Hey, oh my God, just women yelling at each other for an hour. That's so entertaining, you know? Just, Old Yellers, I call that show. The Old Yeller Show, just spread that around. It's gonna catch on, I swear. Give me Cops any day. I love that theme song even, you know, bad boys, what you gonna do? I get excited when I hear it. I love it because I love dumb criminals. Anybody else get a kick out of dumb guys that break the laws? Oh, it's so entertaining to me. You know, they arrest a guy and they search his pockets, and they find a crack pipe and they say to him, what's this? And he says, oh, these aren't my pants. I want that to work once, just, you know. Cop is like, oh, they're not your pants. Well, you're free to go. You're free to go. Then you check those pants next time. So I was thrilled this year when I found out that our country of Canada made our own version of Cops. Did you know this? It's called Under Arrest. You can watch it on Netflix. You think they would have called it Cops Canada. If you're gonna do a knockoff of Cops, call it Canadian Cops or Cops Canada, you know? Under Arrest, you know? And I'll perform the theme song for you. It goes, you are under arrest! You are under arrest! You are under arrest! That's the song. That's what they came up with. They gave a band 10 minutes and $8, and just whatever you got. We got a show, please, whatever. I don't care. They should have called it Cops Canada, right? And then they could have used the Bad Boys theme song, but did a Canadian version of Bad Boys. Been like, Bad Boys, oh geez, that's enough of that? Knock it off you or I'll tell your mom, bad boy. So check it out. It's fun. It's a Canadian show. They shot it in Edmonton and Surrey. In the 90s. Oh, guys, it's delicious. There's young people here tonight going like, hey, what was Canada like in the 90s? Well, I'll show you the video right now. Let's take a look at the video. It's a lot of acid wash and mullets is what happened there. So I'm on stage this past year. I'm in Calgary, and I'm at a comedy club, and I'm talking about this show, Under Arrest. And I got a heckler, right? And a heckler from the middle of the crowd yells out, it's not called Under Arrest. That's just what they called it when they packaged it and resold it to Netflix. But the original title of the show is called To Serve and Protect. But again, they just packaged it. It was a long heckle. It went on for a long time. It was a long... So finally, when she's done, I was like, who are you that knows so much of this Under Arrest, To Serve and Protect? And then that same voice says, I was on episode 7, season 1. I've met celebrities in my lifetime. Movie stars and TV actors and athletes. I've never been more starstruck in my life. When that girl said she was on that show, and I called her, I said, are you sure? Are you pulling my leg? Were you actually on an episode? Yes. Oh my God, really? Did you get arrested on the show? Yes. Oh my God. Now she's the Premier of Alberta. She's the Premier of Alberta. Okay, three political jokes for you. Kelowna, thank you so much. Always a pleasure. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.